The big question is when you're trying to solve a tough problem and it's taking you a decade or more, how do you do that while still keeping hope and chin up? The reason I did not giving up because it was very obvious to me that if we figure this problem, we're going to discover something really important that's going to teach us so much about the brain. Rett syndrome is a childhood disorder that typically manifests in females. It's not a degenerative disease. It's a disease where the brain stopped functioning normally. And that's why for me it was a mystery. So I started with following a hunch that if I studied these patients and I went after the genetic cause, I will find the cause. There were not strong data to support the claim, to support that pursuit. Because in that particular disease, it's not familial where you have many individuals in a family. It was one in a family. So that for me, in part, was a hunch. I was convinced it's got to be genetic because all the girls looked similar in how they manifested the symptoms. Are there failures? Absolutely. You're really searching for a needle in a haystack. So that was met with a lot of failure. I collected a lot of hay before I found that needle. It took about 16 years. There are many times it was pure serendipity because it was a chance occurrence, me seeing two patients with the same syndrome within a week at a time where hardly anybody has heard of this syndrome in the country. That's where the serendipity comes. I got hooked on it and I was able to find more patients. Even the gene discovery, it was really from a fluke change we observed in the DNA of a patient who didn't even have Rett syndrome that made me look at the particular gene that ended up causing Rett syndrome. So that's how science is. You have a hunch. As long as you have a strong feeling about it, if you really believe that this may be true, it is worth investigating. And you have to be prepared for failure. And at the end of the day, you have to be with eyes wide open because you never really know where the success will come from.